Hello, you're welcome. You're welcome onto my channel today, and it gives me great joy to observe you are viewing this video. I'm Dr. Olayinka Akanle. I'm a sociologist. I'm a life coach. On this channel, I do a number of thoughts, but all the thoughts I do on this channel, you can easily cluster them into four: sociology, research, relationship, and migration. And I drop content on this as regularly as possible to add value to my subscribers and my viewers so that they can achieve their life goals. Meanwhile, are you subscribed to this channel? If no, what are you waiting for? Kindly go ahead and tap the subscribe button on your screen right now. Click the subscribe button on your screen right now to subscribe to this channel. If you have subscribed to the channel previously, thank you very much for staying tuned. Today, this video is very important, and the title of this video is Stop That Relationship If These Things Happen. Stop that relationship if these things happen. I will mention a number of things in this video. They are red lines. They are red lines. They are red lines. Once they begin to happen in your relationship, it's time to stop that relationship, because no relationship is worth your life. It's better to come out of a relationship alive than to perish in that relationship. Meanwhile, there's another video on this channel I titled How to Avoid Heartbreak in Relationship. You may view that video alongside this one. So it's very important for you to know that your life is very important. Many people have perished in relationships. They have died. Many are in perpetual slavery, perpetual bitterness in their relationship, because they did not stop when they were meant to stop. So I don't want you to perish, or anyone you know to perish in any relationship. I want you to be in positive, beneficial, mutually satisfying relationship. Therefore, once you see these things I will mention happen in your relationship, stop. I'm not interested in breaking your relationship. I'm not interested in destroying the relationship. What is important to me is that you have a functional, efficient, mutually rewarding relationship. And this is very important. Therefore, what are those things? Once you see them happening, you have to stop. Number one, once there is persistent violence, abuse, when there's persistent violence and abuse in any relationship, whether physical violence or emotional violence, that is persistent. Don't forget the word persistent. So once you have been beaten, there is gender-based violence, there is abuse consistently, you may have to stop so that you don't die in that relationship. Number two, when you are always ridiculed, in the secret, in the open, you are not valued, you just ridiculed, you cry all the time, this person may not be interested in you ultimately. So it might be time for you to stop and move on so that you don't have heartbreak. So when there is serious disconnect between people in relationship, it might be time to stop that relationship. Serious disconnect, you cannot connect on anything. You are just miles and kilometers apart, even though you were together. Once there's serious emotional disconnection, you cannot connect emotionally, it might be a time to stop. When there's communication breakdown, you just can't communicate. You cannot understand each other. So it's time to stop. Communication, serious communication breakdown. Because communication is very important through verbal and non-verbal communication. Once you cannot communicate, you cannot hold communication, you just fight, you just disagree, everything you want to communicate about, you meet a brick wall. It might be time for you to move away. Then when there is serious loss of physical intimacy, maybe you are in a legitimate relationship, suddenly you are not attracted to each other anymore. You used to have sex, but now sex is impossible. You might have to think about it, because legitimate sex is expression of love, appreciation of one another or each other in a relationship. So when there is loss of physical intimacy, absolute loss, that you cannot redeem, irredeemable physical intimacy disconnection, it may be a sign that you need to move on. Absolute loss of trust. When there is no trust, absolutely, you can't trust each other, there is mutual suspicion on everything, you might have to move forward. You might have to move on. Absolute lack of trust, loss of trust, loss of respect is another one. There must be mutual respect in a relationship. Once there is no mutual respect, then it's possible that that relationship has hit the rock. So, and when you are attracted to other people, or is attracted to other people, or she's attracted to other people aside you, or you are not even attracted to each other anymore, you might have to move on. No shared goal. You are not seeing a future together. Your goals don't align in the future. Maybe a time to stop the relationship, and you don't see a path to the future together. You can't see yourself in the future. You cannot visualize a wonderful future together. Maybe a time to move on. So, you know, sometimes you might be able to mend it, but if you can't mend it, please put a stop to it. Different stroke for different folks, different relationship, different outcomes, different approaches. But for me, these 10 reasons, 10 values, variables I've mentioned, want to see them consistently. Mind you, consistently. Maybe a time to stop. Till I see you in my next video, kindly subscribe to this channel and share as widely as possible. Bye for now.